Gavin Peacock was by now approaching his best striking form of the season, and with the help of a first league goal from Robert Lee, Watford were the next victims.
Now Robert Lee, and pushed wide by Suckling. Watford have got a lot of men forward for this free kick. Charlery was looking to get there, and Cernicek had to scramble away to get that one deflected off the defence as well. But Robert Lee out on the left-hand touchline, and Bracewell and Suckling just about pushed it away, with Kelly coming in. And finally good play out of defence there by Drysdale, but still they're under pressure. Good play this by Newcastle, doubling away, and Lee Clark and Suckling again. So the yellow and the red card out from John Key, the referee, means Gerard Lavin, who was just booked a moment or so ago, is off. And still Newcastle have this free kick. Here's O'Brien, and just wide again. Newcastle win it back again though. O'Brien has a look around. Robert Lee has space for a moment anyway. Venison on the overlap, and through to Clark. Lovely little flick, and Bracewell, and Peacock. And Peacock finishes off the move. 1-0 to Newcastle. Feels for handball, and a given penalty. The ball bouncing up awkwardly there, and it was Lee Nogan back in the defensive position. So Gavin Peacock from the penalty spot. Good save by Suckling, and Lee finishes it off though. Now it's 2-0. Robert Lee, his second goal for Newcastle.
The next visitors to St James Park were Cambridge. David Kelly, sent off in the scrappy midweek Anglo-Italian Cup match, made amends by grabbing a hat-trick.
Here goes Lee Clark. Lee Clark tries one, and pushed over by John Vaughan. Kelly for Peacock, taken right off his toes, and Lee, and Peacock still has to turn, and finally does, and Kelly is there, and it's a goal by Kelly. David Kelly, his 9th of the season. Now Claridge just got a yard on Scott. Kilcline back there, and Scott. And Lee wasn't the safest of balls out of defence. And Cernicek down, the snapshot from Clayton. Now here goes Robert Lee. Plenty of movement ahead. Lee Clark. Through to Kelly. Oh, superb goal for David Kelly. His second of the game, and a real cracker. Clark. Now Lee. Clark again found the space. They're tearing Cambridge apart now. Clark inside, outside. Clark again. How much closer is he going to get to a goal? Devon White and Kilcline having a fair old battle there. Devon White for Claridge. Claridge all the way through if he can finish it off. It's a well taken goal that for Steve Claridge. Robert Lee. That was a trip, and that's a penalty. Michael Cheetham, the guilty man. Well, there's been a running battle between Kelly and Peacock and who's going to take this one, but it's David Kelly with a chance of the hat-trick. Here goes Kelly. No problem. That's the hat-trick for David Kelly. So Cambridge trying to get back into the game once again with no real prospect. It was a fair old collision there. And Fensom's going to get the red card for that. It's been booked earlier. Okay, Newcastle will finish it in style. And Beresford. And here comes Peacock. And it's 4.
Well, David, I think at the end there, that was one of the most public discussions over who's going to take a penalty I've ever seen. What exactly was the conversation between you and Gavin Peacock?
Well, he got the ball stuck under his arm, and I couldn't really get it out. Gavin likes to score the goals as much as I do. It was an important time for us to score the third because they just got back in the game, and I think at the end of the day, it was the right person to take it.
If St James Park had traditionally provided the backbone of the club's past successes, then Keegan's team was also producing probably the best away form in the club's history. By the time Newcastle arrived at bottom of the table Notts County, the team had won 7 out of its 8 away games. Such a run was hardly threatened at Meadow Lane.
Still, County haven't got it away. Now Robert Lee, well off target. Now Lee turning well. Lovely little layoff there for Clark. Cherry saves, but Sheedy pounces. Lovely build up there. Peacock with the flick. Lee left it for Clark. He lashed it in. Cherry could only palm it as far as Kevin Sheedy, and he was straight in there. Rolled out leisurely. Nothing leisurely about the way Lee Clark is running non-stop, and Peacock stretches and scores. Gavin Peacock. Another marvellous flowing move, and Peacock just about reached it.
United had now won 4 league games in a row. They'd scored in every league game away from home till they came to Barnsley. Mel Machen's team had started the season badly but were emerging as a difficult side to beat. A point they proved when Brendan O'Connell scored the only goal of the game and prevented Newcastle going 15 points clear.
Archdeacon with the throw there. Ball in, and it was the substitute coming in there. No, it wasn't. It was number 6, Brendan O'Connell. That's a goal for Barnsley.
Another week and another Sunday game live on TV. Maybe it was something in the change of weekend routine, but promotion hopefuls Millwall soon had Newcastle chasing the game.
Both teams making a very positive start here, Lenny.
Yeah, it's a good counter-attack there from Millwall. 2 good fast low crosses, which is probably a deliberate ploy in these conditions.
But Beresford moving up well into a position here. Beresford, ball into the middle. Lee Clark was there. Lee Clark. He's still looking for that goal, Lee Clark. 22 games now without a goal. But here goes Lee Clark through the middle. Chance here for Clark. Good save from Casey Keller. And Clark is getting into the positions again. To look around, and that was a gift for Morley, and there's a goal for Jamie Morley. It's 1-0 to Millwall, and Morley's impressive performances for Millwall look like continuing.
Oh, that's a great ball. What a great ball.
Could be coming in here. Oh, that's a fine save from Casey Keller for Robert Lee. Lee well again. Newcastle really do have to make something of these dead ball kicks, but that one's taken quickly. Franz-Carr now turning and turning again, and getting the ball into the middle there. Kelly battling with little support. Referee's flagging there. He's given the penalty. Lines rather was who's brought the attention of the referee to it. Casey Keller, who's been inspired so far, really needs to dig deep and pull something out here. Here goes David Kelly. 1-1, David Kelly, absolutely no mistake. Casey Keller, no chance, and that was a no-missing approach by David Kelly. Clark. Dropped in. Oh, what a save by Keller again.
On Boxing Day, St James Park equalled its biggest crowd of the season, with Wolverhampton Wanderers providing the seasonal fare. And once again, it was David Kelly who came up with the goods.
Kelly couldn't get it square to Scott. Newcastle still under the cosh here. Paul Cook out wide. Oh, that's a tremendous goal from Paul Cook. Wolves are ahead. Certainly got plenty of distance on it. Away to O'Brien. Oh, marvellous save. But here comes Kelly. It's over the line, is it? Oh, Clark makes sure. I think that was already over the line from David Kelly. And Newcastle are level. played forward there. Peacock couldn't get to it, but Kelly could. What a magnificent finish from David Kelly. That's his Christmas present, all right.
But after all their success, Newcastle still didn't manage to end a more than eventful 1992 on a winning note. At the Manor Grounds, lowly Oxford came up with one of United's most astonishing defeats of the season so far. Oxford put 4 past Pavel Srnicek, the most goals United were to concede in a game all season. Liam O'Brien blasted in one of his unstoppable blockbusters, and Lee Clark did manage to score his long-awaited first goal since September. Despite that rare lapse, Newcastle still ended the year 12 points clear of the top of the First Division, an unbelievable turnaround during 1992. The new year began against the background of the FA Cup, but on the promotion front, United faced a strenuous programme that took them away from home 6 times in their opening 9 league games of 1993. Dennis Smith's struggling Bristol City provided the first test. Newcastle found themselves a goal down, but again showed the determination and discipline that had been ingrained into the team's makeup by Kevin Keegan.
Newcastle with the free kick. Usually can conjure up something from these dead ball kicks. Sheedy and Kelly, 1-1. Excellent header from David Kelly. Sheedy, another perfect delivery, and Kelly got up miles above it. He got a deflection as well. Again, Newcastle pressed back. That's a good run, and off the line by Beresford. Great defending. Sheedy and Beresford working well together. Sheedy, half clear to O'Brien. The ball back in for Kelly. And it's Kevin Scott. Cool as you like, Kevin Scott, 2-1.
Newcastle's first home league game of the new year saw the team fully into its stride. Keegan named an unchanged side for the 4th game running, and that consistency in selection was certainly showing.
Luke winding up for the longer effort. Venison underneath it, didn't get to it. Knocked away by Lee. Back again by Roach. And Newcastle get it clear this time, and Kelly can take it in his stride. It's a great run ahead of him by Lee Clark. Lee Clark through now and looking for the opportunity to score, and just wide, but what a tremendous break there by Lee Clark. Lee Clark. Kelly has come a little deeper. Venison couldn't find Peacock. O'Brien passed one man, and O'Brien, and that was not far away. But now Beresford. And Peacock lets the ball do the work. Can he get the cross in? And what a great goal there by Robert Lee. Terrific finish. The work from Peacock, the finish from Lee. But it's Newcastle at the top of the table and coming forward again. And Lee Clark into the side netting, got a deflection off Robinson. Bracewell getting a nudge. Kelly, and now Scott, and Bennett did well, but it really didn't have a striker's shot then, and Scott gets another go and over the top again. Iorfa looking to get into it straight away, and this is the substitute, Iorfa, and it's just wide of the post. Well, that really was the most spectacular entrance. Welsh jumping here, or not jumping as it happens. It bounced well for Robert Lee now. What a cracking goal! That's another one for Robert Lee, another one for Newcastle, and an emphatic finish from the United number 7. Here's Lee though, and Venison through, and denied by Bennett, and Peacock, it could still be on, and Kelly, and 3-0. David Kelly, the goal just had to come.
I think everybody knows I'm not really a wide right player, I'm not really a front player. I just like roaming around, and at the moment, everything's going well. The gap is quite pleased me, so I'll just keep trying to get in there and try and score a few more goals.